positive changes in the league.
Positive changes, and speaking of obviously Pirates, their opponents in the MTN 8 semi-final also played on Tuesday as well.
Yeah.
Mamelodi Sundowns. And obviously panic stations, got a bit of, hot stuff in week 1, but obviously now you're thinking, get second game against Usuthu, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, how is this going to go? How are you guys playing first home fixture of the season? How are you going to go about it? So for you, how would you say you surmised your team's performance this time around?
I feel like standard procedure.
Oh, standard procedure.
I'd say,
what did you say you guys missed from the first game that you saw in this game? Right, you reckon most probably?
Game management. That's what lacked. In the Cheaper United game, we kind of let Cheaper get to us more than they should have. Yes, Amazulu did create chances. They could have went ahead early in the game, but there was a sense of calm, like in terms of we didn't like throw toys, or there was nothing that...
It wasn't a thing of we're actively trying to make a goal happen. You're just saying that let's just play our game. I think that's something that I could say, because from watching the first half, I could say you guys really... That composure that I always know you guys to have. I think I always say you guys, one thing I admire about Pirates, about Sundowns, is the fact that even against these teams who play a low block, they're always going to play their game. They're always going to be very patient, and obviously you have a plethora of quality players. So you will create chances, you will get opportunities, and more often than not, you will score. And I'd say this was a game where I could say this was me seeing the Sundowns way, Sundowns way that we know them to be.
And also there weren't a lot of crazy tactical changes from the coach, which we saw in the last game. Fawaz Basedine, left back, playing right back. That was an opening. This time Zuko Mdunyelwa slotted in there at right back and played. Divine Lunga was back, even though Obre Mudiba came back in the second half and played quite well. The midfield, Zwane, Mkwena, Ayende. Standard, Zwane at the 10, Ayende is the 8, Mkwena sitting. And the front three, also Litaku, who got his first start. I don't think he impressed. We could see that this guy's a young player. He was rushing most of the chances that he got. He wasn't passing at times, but that's something that will grow into him gradually. Arthur Sanes, bro. I feel like he's... Now that Ribeiro's gone, I feel like he's, like you mentioned, he's coming out of his shell. He's taking more responsibility now.
As I was saying before we started shooting, I feel like Saleh was... When you guys got him, you're like, okay, this nice, shiny, new foreign player. We see how he's going to play. And I think a lot of times last season, obviously Ribeiro was the main guy. He was taking a lot of those attacking spots, and the team was playing towards that. Which makes sense, because obviously, give him the ball, see what he does, he'll make magic. And I think Saleh, at certain points, even coming off the bench, because I'd say towards the latter stage, he was coming off the bench more often than not. He was... And I'd say he wasn't really like making that impact that because he's a big dude, he's massive, but technically on the ball he's quite good. He's able to kind of be physically imposing, but also get opportunities, especially around the box. I've noticed that's where, and I think this was a game where I could say, okay, this could be something. I think now obviously we can basically surmise that Ribeiro is going now. I think we can pretty much say, and I'm saying players like him, he can probably just say that, okay, this is an opportunity for me now to say, I'm going to take this opportunity. Where thing is playing, I'm going to play there now. I'm going to try and be the steward that's going to, get the goals, be an important part of the team. As, I was touted when I was broke. Because, there was a lot of excitement when you guys brought him in last season. And I think he didn't really, light it up the way that we would have expected. But I was quite impressed with his performance. I'd say he really showed a lot of the promise that, we assumed he was going to be. So...
Also, forward intent, he was the creativity. Also, when Tashreeq Matthews came into the game, I feel like that's where you saw Saleh stepping into midfield, into that camp position. Also, Zwane went out and he created the goal. A chip ball to Matthews. Matthews has it, and obviously Reynas will be there to finish those chances. But overall, I feel like this was a steady performance. You can see that we are growing into this league. As I mentioned in our previous review, that we didn't have a lot of time as preseason, so we're kind of using these games as a chance, to get the identity of how we're gonna approach this league season. As we've noticed, the league is very competitive, so we'll have to learn on the go at this current point. But I'm happy that we put away a stable side in Amazulu, coached by Arthur Zwane.
True.
I think they finished in the top 8 last season, and the ambitions this season is to push for African football. They also set up quite well. They had some chances, but I like that we kept the clean sheet at home.
True.
The defense looked steady, and midfield were cooking there with Awamkwena. Our forward line is starting to, find themselves a bit of rhythm in front of goal. So overall, I feel like this is a well-deserved 3 points for us.